The monastery lay silent, the air thick with incense and the quiet rustling of robes. I knelt before the Buddha, my heart heavy with impatience and doubt. Master, I strive to learn, yet wisdom eludes me, I said, frustration in my voice. The Buddha gazed at me, his eyes deep and knowing. Sumedha, tell me, when a farmer sows seeds, does he pull at them to make them grow? He asked. I hesitated, then bowed my head. No, Master, for they would surely wither and die. The Buddha nodded, the faintest smile touching his lips. Knowledge is like those seeds, he continued, his voice calm as the flowing river. Impatience stifles growth, forcing what should unfold naturally, he said, his tone gentle yet firm. I clenched my fists, struggling against the restlessness within me. Master, I wish to understand everything now, but my thoughts race ahead, I confessed. The Buddha gestured toward the great Bodhi tree beside us. This tree did not grow overnight, nor by force, he said. It flourished with time, steady and unwavering in its path, he continued. I traced the lines of the worn wooden floor. Deep in thought, the hurried learner, like the farmer, hinders what he seeks, the Buddha said. The river does not rush to its end, yet it always reaches the ocean, he continued. My breath slowed, absorbing his words like rain upon thirsty earth. Let go of impatience, and wisdom will come as surely as the dawn, the Buddha said. I looked up, meeting his gaze, and in that moment, I understood. You have given me much to consider. Master, I said, my voice steadier. It does not demand permanence. The monks watched as the earth crumbled between Buddha's fingers. I bowed deeply, the weight of haste lifting from my heart. The monastery remained silent, yet within me, a transformation had begun. The lesson settled within me like a seed planted in fertile soil. I knew now that wisdom could not be forced, only nurtured with time. Rising from my kneeling posture, I breathed in the incense-filled air. The Buddha turned his gaze to the horizon, as if seeing time itself unfold. Go forth, Sumedha, he said, his voice as steady as the earth beneath us. I stepped away from the Bodhi tree, my heart lighter, my mind clearer. The monastery stood unchanged, yet everything within me had shifted. Another day, another lesson awaited in the monastery, where the scent of sandalwood lingered in the morning air. I sat before the Buddha, my mind pondering the challenges of teaching young disciples eager for swift mastery. Master, they grow restless, wanting instant skill, I said, my voice carrying quiet concern. The Buddha glanced at an artisan shaping wood, his hands steady and deliberate. Dhanya, would a potter harden clay before shaping it? The Buddha asked, his tone calm as flowing water. I shook my head, understanding the weight of his question. No, Master, the clay would crack and be useless, I replied. The Buddha nodded, his expression carrying the wisdom of ages. So it is with knowledge, he said, watching the artisan carve delicate patterns. Patience must shape understanding, like soft clay in careful hands, he continued, each word resonating deeply. I turned to the apprentices, their faces eager, their hands trembling with haste. They struggle with mistakes, afraid that failure diminishes learning, I said, my heart heavy with their frustration. The Buddha lifted a simple wooden bowl, running his fingers along its smooth surface. This bowl began as rough timber, shaped through steady hands and time, he said. The artisan did not force it into form but allowed transformation, he continued, his voice steady. I absorbed his words, contemplating their meaning with careful thought. Teaching is not pouring knowledge into empty vessels, the Buddha said. It is guiding, shaping, allowing wisdom to unfold naturally, he continued. I watched the apprentices, their hands moving slower, their expressions softening in realization. They must find patience within themselves, I murmured, acknowledging the path ahead. The Buddha looked upon me with warmth, sensing my understanding. Let them embrace mistakes, for wisdom is carved through trials, he said. I bowed in gratitude, the weight of urgency easing from my mind. The apprentices listened, their eager hands gentler, their minds open to learning without haste. The morning light cast long shadows, revealing the slow transformation within us all. Another day, another walk beside the great Ganges, its waters carrying the wisdom of time itself. The Buddha stepped lightly, his robe flowing like the river's current, his gaze steady. I followed him, my mind restless, thoughts rushing like turbulent waves. Master, my impatience still lingers, I admitted, frustration tightening in my chest. The Buddha picked up a small stone and tossed it into the river. Watch the water, Sumedha, he said, his voice calm as the morning breeze. I observed the stone sinking, the ripples spreading before dissolving into stillness. The river does not resist its course, yet it always reaches the ocean, he said. His words settled within me, like pebbles sinking gently into deep waters. Impatience is like a river fighting its flow, muddying clarity, he continued. I exhaled, the weight of urgency pressing against my ribs. I wish to understand everything now, but wisdom feels distant, I confessed. The Buddha turned his gaze to the horizon, as if watching time unfold. Sumedha, do the mountains rush to grow? He asked, his expression serene. I shook my head, reflecting on the quiet endurance of towering peaks. No, Master, they rise slowly, shaped by time and wind, I replied. The Buddha nodded, his footsteps deliberate, measured as the river's rhythm. Knowledge unfolds naturally, like the river finding its way without force, he said. I followed his steps, listening to the soft murmur of flowing waters. The restless mind clings to urgency, but wisdom comes in its own time, he continued. I clenched my hands, longing for immediate understanding, yet grasping his words. Let go of haste, and clarity will flow like this river, he said. His voice was steady, carrying the essence of patience itself. I watched the river, its endless journey mirroring my path toward wisdom. The Buddha paused, gazing at the waters as if seeing the future within them. Trust in time, Sumedha, and knowledge will settle within you, he said. I closed my eyes, allowing the quiet of the river to soothe my mind. My breath slowed, the urgency within me easing like ripples fading into stillness. Patience is not waiting, but embracing the flow of learning, the Buddha said. I opened my eyes, seeing the world anew, no longer bound by restless desire. The Buddha walked onward, his presence as steady as the river's course. I stepped forward, carrying his lesson within me, ready to walk the path with patience. Another day, another step toward wisdom, flowing gently, without haste. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.